Welcome everyone, Tess here, and this is my video on 10 tips and tricks for beginners for Coral Island. I just found these tips were really useful for me because I kept on forgetting things every time I started a game, so I thought, hey, put them all together, make a video. I'm sure someone else will have the same issues that I have. Here they are, my 10 beginner tips and tricks. Okay, tip number 1, game settings and movement speed. Okay, in your settings menu, there are a lot of little menu items that we have in there. So, such as your movement type, you can do a sprint or jog. It's just the movement of your character when you're running. You've also got the toggle movement, so you can either hold down the button or tap it. You've also got the game time speed. This is a big one. This it gives you the length of the day, so you can make it a longer day, shorter day. I like to keep it around 70, which is roughly around 15 minutes real time. Then you've also got tile highlight while moving, so that like when you're running around or on your farm, you've got that little square hit box. Also, you can change the time hour from 24-hour to AMP cycle. Also, another big movement tip is hitting spacebar for a quick dash, a quick burst of speed. You can also have skills in the skill tree for increasing movement speed. They're just some tips. Number 1. Okay, tip number 2. Take the scythe and hoe wherever you go. This is just really helpful because whenever you're out walking around town, you can find little spots on the ground that you have to hoe up, like this one, the 4-leaf clover, and you find little trips in them. Also, scything, you can scythe here and get scrap on the beach, which you pick up coffers and you can pick up little things like glass around. So it's just useful. Take your scythe and hoe. Tip number 3. Clean paths around your farm. This is just really life-saving. Just whenever you've got time, preferably in the first few days, just run around the edges of your farm and clean out paths so that when you're really late at night and you need to come back home, you can just run straight through when you're low on energy. I had some trouble with this one and I didn't clear a path and it was really late getting late in the evening and I had no stamina and suddenly I had to go and get home and I couldn't do it. So just a really useful tip, just clean the paths around your edges of the farm so you can get home. Okay, tip 4, forage for a financial start. In the early game, this is the best way to make money. You just run around the map in the afternoons or in the mornings, collect as much forageable material as you can, then come back and sell it. Once you get a bug net, you can start to rake in quite a bit of money just by catching the bugs and selling them on. Okay, that's tip 4. Okay, tip 5, rummage through cash cans. There is no negative effect at all for your people walking past when you're rummaging through trash cans, so go for it. It is a great way to find out-of-season fish, out-of-season forageables, and just trash and extra things that you need around the farm. So go for it. Go rummage. Okay, tip number 6. This for me is a big one, especially for early game when you don't have a kitchen. Shake trees for candy seeds. So when you first start out the first morning, you probably won't find any. Second day, I found a couple of seeds. Just run around the trees and kick them and shake them, and you'll shake out some tree fruit, tree nuts, or tree seeds, whatever they're called. Use these to craft candy seeds when you get the recipe, which should be the first upgrade for farming, I think. And it's just a great stamina recovery for early game. Okay, that's the tip for number 6. Tip number 7, plan skills for helpful perks. This one is, because it's still under development, you haven't got a lot of skills at the moment, especially there's no tier 2 skills. But the ones that are available are quite helpful for whatever you want to do. Like mining, there's rock domino, which is really good for one hit, destroying one rock and it will ripple out and do a ripple effect. Otherwise, there's things like sneaking for bug catching, so you're less noise when you're catching bugs. Just lots of helpful tips, so plan out what you want to do and make sure you use them. Okay, tip number 8, upgrade your bag. This one is pretty self-explanatory. It's a you need to upgrade your bag. The first upgrade will change your inventory to 20 slots, so it just upgrades it 5 extra slots. 500 coral coins is pretty easy to get from foraging, so upgrade it as quick as possible. More inventory, more foraging, more money. Okay, number 9, get a scarecrow ASAP. Scarecrows, oh, we need them. Crows will come to your farm, eat your crops, eat your seeds, and not just one, they'll eat multiple seeds. So you need a scarecrow as soon as possible. When you upgrade your farming perk or mastery, you'll get a plan for a scarecrow. So you can make a scarecrow. It will cover a 5x5 square of crops. So you can get that one. That's one type. The second type you can get is by buying them from Ben's Caravan on the weekends. He will sell a sort of like a second tier scarecrow, and it covers a really wide range of space. So I'd probably try and get that. It's quite cheap for around 350 coral coins. So they're the two types of scarecrows, but you need one. Okay, final tip. Tip number 10, fertilize your crops. I have continually forgotten to do this, and when you fertilize your crops, you get a higher chance of getting better quality crops. Better quality crops give you better quality products, and also they're needed for a lot of quests, especially for Sans. So when you upgrade your mastery in farming, you will get a composter. This composter will turn scrap into compost, and then you turn compost into fertilizer. So it's a bit of a hassle to make, but it's worth it in the long run. Especially fertilize your fruit trees. I planted my beautiful banana tree from the new game, and I forgot to fertilize it. So I kept getting normal products, and I was like, oh no. Okay, that's tip number 10. Hey, that was my 10 beginner trips for Coral Island. I hope they've been helpful for you, and just let you know that Coral Island still is an early access, so some of these tips and tricks may change over time, and I hope to get back with you with more tips later on. Enjoy Coral Island, have fun, bye!